They can hear me, and they can hear you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Claire.
Welcome, folks, to episode 188 of the HAC Show. I'm the generally beautiful and moronic hack.
And I'm your favorite VTuber, Jack.
And you believe it or not, folks, as I am currently speaking, the arm on my microphone stand is so weak that I've resorted to putting a box underneath it to prop it up so that I can talk to you without holding it with my arms. I am not kidding.
You know, it's like every time whenever we come back on, after either like a brief break or something, we always end up sounding like we have nothing in our rooms but just a laptop on the floor and us sitting crisscross. It always sounds like that.
Well,
Me,
yeah.
man, I was having issues with my mic. Looking back to a carrot.
Well, yes, don't you know my this whole stream is powered by 2 hamster wheels. So hello, Miss Saren, and hold on. Something I can barely read the chat on the YouTube screen.
Oh,
yeah, the colors. It's the colors. It's not. I don't know why. Never.
this just in. Hack hates colors.
Oh, phrasing. Let's see here.
Cancel
them. No. Let's see what I can do here. Damn it, I have to deal with it later. There's too many settings. I'm too old. Nah, I'm kidding. Don goes on says, "We just hold the mic with your hands the whole time." And hello, Johnny says, "Can you understand the words that are coming out of my keyboard?" No, no, John. I can hear the accent coming out of your keyboard. But no, welcome, folks. We are back with a standard episode after our 5-year celebration from last week, in which neither Jack nor I had any substantial wins from that Mario Party game, as it was stolen by the cold and deadly Mr. Winter, and that's all is gonna stick with me until we do another Mario Party stream.
We need a rematch.
You definitely need a rematch. And who knows?
Next time you and I will work together.
Did they? Oh wait, they didn't offer teams. That would have been nice if we could have done teams. But you know, if this was Mario Party 8 and we were doing the Monopoly game board, I would be I'll be the most capitalist tycoon you've ever seen in Mario Party.
Let's play
by all the banks.
Oh. What about this? Let's play Pyramid Scheme Monopoly. Have you ever seen what that one looks like?
No, I never heard of Pyramid Scheme Monopoly. Does it depend on getting more players each time you make more money?
I'll just give you the quickest picture of it. Open image and tab.
Oh, Miss Saren says, "Jack, no. Are you gonna show me something cursed?"
There we go. It's from a thumbnail, but it's there.
Let's see. I'm guessing it's on the sources.
Yes, it's on sources.
I see. What am I looking at here? Huh. Okay, let me show this to the. Let me show this to the. Oh wait. Oh, it's not an actual JPEG. Dang it, Jack. Okay, what am I looking at here? No, I don't want to download the web. Dang, I can't even show the fine folks at home.
Damn. You know what? Fine. I'll do you one better.
Why is there a banana?
I don't know. There we go. I made it into a JPEG. by cropping it myself.
I'll make you into a JPEG.
I don't know why that sounded ominous.
You know what? You know what? That's I don't know. I guess that's not ominous. Those who define me, I will personally turn you to PNGs. Right, that is my threat. I'll turn all of you will become PNGs.
There's a worse version of the pyramid scheme monopoly.
I'm sure, but let's focus on the one you're showing me. Let's see. All right, let me show the audience here. What the heck? Jack just showed me now. Where is it? Where is it? Did I lose? Oh, here it is. Not lose it. There we go. It's a bit small on the stream, so let me blow it up for you guys. So here it is. So the folks can see Pyramid Scheme Monopoly. Kind of hard to see on the screen, but we'll try to describe it as best we can. As so. Okay, so it looks like they took the game board, but it's kind of like looking at a pyramid, but from a bird's eye view. So you see the different layers and layers and layers.
Yep.
Good lord. Now the question is who starts out on top?
That is a very good question. We can always find out together if we ever go on Tabletop Simulator.
Giants is like a bad 2005 website. Yeah, it kind of does.
Just the fact that it exists. Yeah, exactly. Cursed beyond measures.
All right, the chat text on stream is now more legible. Maybe I see I can make it a bit bigger. Let's see. Where's there you go. Just a little bit bigger. Give it a little bit more chunk. There, let me put this image away. Dang, but I wish in my household, I wish we could just have regular Monopoly, because sometimes I just get these urges, this primal urge to just want to play Monopoly, but then we have no Monopoly and it upsets me. At the same time, it's one of those, I want to play Monopoly, but I don't want to go to the store and buy Monopoly. I just want to have it without actually paying for it.
Just imagine, it's like at 3 a.m. I really want to play Monopoly. Hey Jack, texting me. Hey Jack, are you awake? Yeah.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Bring Monopoly. Okay. 3 a.m. Monopoly.
Guys, the hell kind of urge is that? It's called I don't know. It's just
the capitalistic urge.
No, it's the capitalistic autistic urge to want to play Monopoly at 3 a.m. It's not as bad as the people who want to play Risk, though. I have no urge to play Risk or Settlers of Catan or any of those like more I won't say hardcore, but I guess more like more strategy focused board games.
Would you be interested in playing board games on Tabletop Sim?
No, not really.
No, dang it.
No,
we needed.
I
needed more people for the Bionicles table game.
I need the texture. I need the tech. I need to smell the cards. I need to know when to roll them. When to fold them.
I was hoping we can get another person for the Bionicles board game.
There's a Bionicles board game, like some fan made Bionicles board game.
No, it's official board game.
Oh wow! Well, I barely remember any of my Bionicle lore. Besides that, the place is called Metro Nui. There's a Toa of Light. I saw that movie, and I played the Bionicle video game. I don't remember any of the characters. I think the villain is Matanui. No,
Matanui. Yep.
It's Matanui. He was like the bad guy. That's about it. That's all I remember.
The board game has 3 different iterations.
Oh, and I remember those particular Bionicles that are kind of like these reptilian things with spears. I remember how one of them had the white one.
Oh, that was the second board game. Because the first board game is like you fighting others to get like the amount of the six amount like a certain amount of masks. The second one is the same thing, except you have another way you can win, and it's by uh those things that you were talking about, the reptile ones.
Okay.
And then the third edition is where well, it's better to have 8 people because it's gonna be 7 versus 1. One person plays Maranui. He is super strong as hell. The whole objective is to beat him together.
Yes, the power of friendship.
Also, the only thing I like about Bionicle's lore was the freaking fact. That was the fact that what was that one band? There was a band that got captured, and the Bionicles actually saved them. Canonical lore. That is canonical lore.
That's amazing. It's like the time when Eminem met the Punisher, which is also lore. Just like that one time the Avengers saved the crew of had to save the crew of Saturday Night Live with what's let's see. There's Bill Murray. Was Chris Farley? No, I don't think Chris Farley wasn't there yet. Hey, those who know your old comedians, who was the one that OD'd back in the 80s? He was one of the Blues Brothers. John Belushi, that's the guy. John Belushi was a samurai for some reason. I don't know. It was the 70s. Marvel was weird in the 70s. But the point is I can believe that some rock band got transported to the world of Bionicle and they had to save him and thus save rock and roll. You know what? I'll be honest. I would totally make a story where it's all about saving rock and roll.
It's weird because the whole Bionicles thing. It's basically like what was the word? Alliteration, maybe, where it was basically talking about cancer. It's like the author's whole thing of cancer.
Like the star system or the disease?
The disease. Like it was all about how he got cancer and how he beat cancer.
You know what? The symbolism makes more sense now. That makes sense. I need that sound. I need that voice clip as a soundboard button. That would when you play Third Strike, you pick a character. Sometimes the announcer goes, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Hold on, I gotta add that.
And you're right. Well, you're kind of right. That's brutal legend journey. Also, you misspelled it. Put that accent. You forgot. Put that accent on the U. You know how to spell it. But brutal's kind of. Well, no, you are. No, what? No, not kind of different. No, it is. I kind of wish there was a sequel to that. Just take all the strategy out. Just make it an action game. That would have been neat. But it's also sad that type of game would no longer, not like it wouldn't really be a thing anymore because of all the licensed music, hard rock and metal music for that matter. That'd almost be impossible to do in our day and age, especially people like to stream their stuff. You couldn't play any of the music. You have to pay so many fees just for celebrity likenesses, even for the most like obscure metal artist. And no one wants that metal aesthetic anymore. Not no one. No one wants them chains or dragons in chains, or half naked women in chains with dragons on chains, which they are on chains. Johnny, how much for you to make a heavy metal album cover? Asking for a friend. Would you draw a woman in chains? You were dragging with chains who was also on chains with those chains. Infinite
Unchained.
infinite chains. And maybe some spikes somewhere. Miss Aaron says I would. that's the spirit. Oh, you know what? Johnny said 100 pesos. Got it. He asked for specifically 100 pesos.
Bet. Don't complain to us when it's not enough.
But as you're doing the Bionicle talk, I had this weird association thing in my head. So when I was little, I used to have this Bionicle book that I got from the school book fair. I tried to read it, but I was too dumb of a kid to really get it. And it technically, I think it was like the third book of a series, so I couldn't really I couldn't really follow along. But that also made me remember another book I got from the school book fair, and I kid you not, Jack, it made me think of the only book I could never finish reading, and it's not for the reason you think.
Oh?
So I remember one time I got a book. It was a series about young Jack Sparrow. It's basically him as a teenager and seeing what he was up to in that age. And I got like the first book in that series. And I've tried so many times to read this dang book. But the one thing that always stopped me from reading more than 3 chapters, I kid you not, Jack, was the smell.
The smell?
The smell of the book was so off-putting that I could never finish more than 3 chapters.
Huh.
That's right.
Of all things.
It was the smell of the book. It wasn't the actual the story. It wasn't the writing, whatever. No, it was its odor. The book. A book shouldn't have an odor unless it's something like an old book, like a really old book. And it wasn't an old book. It was like at the time, like your standard children's novel. But it had some funky odor that messed with my senses every time I try to read it. Johnny says to quit taking your books to the toilet. I don't do that. I don't do that, Johnny. I don't take books to the toilet. Not anymore. Not gonna. Never did that.
Someone literally went in there with the book and found out they had no toilet paper, so they only have one option.
He's like, well, I'm glad 50 Shades was useful for something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, 30 comment. Johnny's just watch out. Be like, we'll make the pesos overtake the dollars soon. Sure. But yeah, that was just a random memory. That's you ever had anything like that, Jack, when you were young, where you think that doesn't make sense now, but it made sense at the time, where something you try to enjoy, but because of this oddly specific thing about it, you just couldn't enjoy it, and you look back to yourself and go, why did that bother me so much? Why did the smell of like it wasn't even that awful smelling? It wasn't like open. It was like, oh, good lord. No, it was just like a funk. The book was funky and not in that manner. It was a funk that made me stop reading the book.
Was funky. Opens up the book and it just starts playing some random funk song.
Slap bass everywhere.
I don't remember any, to be honest.
I guess I'm just the weirdo then. I can't remember to put my alarm on for work, but I can remember of a weird smell I smelt once. Because it had that stank on it. Yeah, it did. It had that stank. Ooh, speaking of things that kind of stink, I was playing some video games today. Specifically, I was playing SNK versus Capcom Chaos, colloquially known as SVC Chaos.
Okay.
Dunk. Oh, wait, for though, Dunk goes on as now. Exactly how does funk smell? Like sex, with a mixture of weed and sweat. That's funk.
Unless if he they're talking about like
No, that is the smell of funk.
music, the genre.
Exactly, that's how it smells like.
Oh.
It's not a serious answer. Funk is basically, it describes an odor of where it's not sweet, but it's not so foul. It's that weird middle. That's the best way I can describe it. But anyways, so I was playing some SVC Chaos, and first off, that game, Jack, that game is so jank.
Oh.
It is so jank. Like Ghetto gifted it for me, which I appreciate. And playing it is like, man, I can see why this game didn't take off when it came out. So, okay, so the first thing I did, I think the first thing that caught my attention was number one was that. Okay, so I'm very used to how old SNK games feel, particularly King of Fighter games, and I remember when I first played them years ago, they had their own feel that I had to get used to because it's hard to describe with words. But if you guys ever play those games and play a Street Fighter game, you can feel the differences of how things are weighted and how things move. And when it comes to SNK games, those games with the way the characters move, they felt heavier yet faster, and that's due to the fact that of the different types of jumps you can do in those games, and the fact that you can run, which up until Street Fighter 3, the only type of movement you had in Street Fighter was just moving left and right. Now, SVC, it feels like an SNK game. Characters have weight to them, but it's not as fast as the King of Fighters games. But there is some speed to it. Okay. And it's 4 buttons. You got your light and heavy attacks with your punches and kicks. And as I'm playing, it could be because it's an older game, and so because of that, there's more stricter timings of how you can combo things or even pull off special moves. But not try to go with basic Ryu and just try to do things. And Jack, I kid you not, Jack. You know me, I played fighting games for years, old ones, modern ones. But that game, Jack, I cannot do a Shoryuken consistently. I cannot do it to save my life.
I've had games like that. I think, to be honest, the one like that acts like that to me is Third Strike. But that's just because the inputs need to be very precise.
Third Strike's a little precise. SVC Chaos. Here's the funny part. With Ryu, I had so much trouble trying to get a Shoryuken out that I always end up accidentally doing fireballs. But then I only use 2 characters, so it's not a reflection of the entire cast. But then guess what? I switch over to Kyo Kusanagi, and guess what? I can whip out his Shoryuken attack flawlessly. So explain to me how this, like, guys, it's the same command. It's forward, down, and forward diagonal, plus a punch button. For these 2 characters, they have the same command, but yet for one character, it's almost impossible for me to consistently pull it off. But for the other character, I can do it like no problem, like any other fighting game. How does that make any sense?
blame the controller.
I wish it was. I wish it was the controller. I even messed with my controller settings. Or like, okay, let me make it so that. And I'm using my arcade stick, guys. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to have the game read it as if it's a PS4 controller, and I need to use the D-pad. I did all that stuff. No, nothing. Knuckles on asked, did you investigate the metadata and buffer timings? I didn't go that far because honestly, I just want to enjoy the game for what it is, and I knew coming into playing it that it was not as refined or as feature rich as the Capcom versus SNK games, but I still want to give it a shot. And to be fair, I've only really used 2 characters that are basically the mascots of the game. So it's really just a first impression, but that first impression made me feel like, God dang, I can't, it's like I barely can do anything. And also they do also a lot of weird mechanics. For example, JAC. In that game, if it costs you meter to do a throw.
A throw?
Yes. It costs yes, so if you do regardless if you whip the throw or not, it will cost you your meter that you use to access your super moves.
Damn.
Yep. And so you can literally spam the throw attack to just waste all your meter. So I was like, okay, I guess it's to discourage throw attacks, but it's still weird. That's a weird mechanic. So let's see. So there's another thing was that if you build up your meter at the maximum level, what the mechanic automatically does is you go into maximum mode, where for a limited time you can cancel any of your normal attacks into a special attack, which you can't do under normal circumstances, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that mechanic, there's a lot of exploits and infinites people do in that game for people who know how to play that game.
Okay.
But for some reason, maybe it's not using it right, but it just feels weird. You're building up meter only to have to use it automatically, and then it runs back, and then it runs out, and then you're back to having like 2 bars worth of meter, or maybe 1. So you're building up. So it's sort of like you're building up meter throughout the fight, only to use it whether you want to use it or not. It's bizarre. And then there's another one called the Exceed attack, which is basically it's the equivalent to an Ultra in Street Fighter 4, where if your health goes down a certain, well, for the audience, if your health goes down a certain portion, which is like 50%, you can then use your big damage combo in order, which is only once per match, in order to do a lot of damage, which is in and of itself fine, but like that's so. Like I said, the system was also using MB. Was it not the max thing? MB. What's NB? That's not coming to my head. Unless you mean at Maximum Impact, and I never played the Maximum Impact games. I never play Melty Blood Dunkozan, so I wouldn't know. I don't play a lot of anime fighters.
Yeah, the man's not a weep.
No.
I'm gonna get some people angry with that.
Okay, there. Oh, guys, it's a desperation moves and art of fighting. Yes, basically. But now the game looks good. It looks very nice. It's to see the Capcom characters in the SNK pixel style. So I'll give it that. Mm-hmm. And I do love that in every match, regardless of who you pick between 2 characters, they went out of their way for each of them to have their own interaction conversation. Though now the only funny thing is because it's the old way of how SNK translated their games, you get you get the character say some funny lingo from time to time. And because of that, the end, like I don't know, I think of one example I could think in my head is when Ryu calls Kyo, what are you, loopy? Like what? What does loopy mean? Jack, do you know what being loopy is? Are you loopy?
No, maybe he meant Luffy.
I don't think he meant Luffy.
Why are you being so Luffy?
Why is the chat being
what's with these urges of becoming a pirate king?
Why is the chat being so loopy right now? It's just some odd translations and some of them really don't fit their perspective characters, but I appreciate the fact that every character at least has a conversation and with each other. And that's really it. Oh, and also for those who do want to play the game, I recommend if you just want to do the arcade stuff, put that difficulty level down, because at the default level, maybe I'm just being a scrub. I can't handle it, but then it's an SNK game. SNK games are notorious for having very unfair arcade fights, especially in the bosses. So, and unfortunately, in your arcade run, you sometimes very early on you might come across a very overpowered character. Like after 2 matches, the game's like, all right, fight Akuma. Okay, and he's not balanced. Or after 2 or in another attempt after 2 matches, here fight Gonets. Which for those who don't remember Gonets, I believe he was like one of the bosses in KOF, like 99, I think, or 98. No, that was Rugal. He's a freaking unfair character from the King of Fighters series. That's all you really need to know. And he has like the most spammable he has a spammable attack where he summons lightning from above, and he can change the direction of when it strikes you, and of course the game is going to go for your current position no matter how quickly you try to block it. Oh, and also Get also points out that decided being a really well done port, if you do the arcade mode, you only get 3 tries, and after 3 tries, you're out. You're done. You can't do it anymore. So you can't even like continue to retry to play the game. Nope. It's treated like it's an actual arcade machine. 3 strikes, you're out, and you have to start over. And Johnny's like, you don't fight Gonets. It's you get abused by Gonets. Exactly. That's what I felt. I felt abused by him. And lastly, certainly but not least, and the last time I played was early this morning. When I tried to turn off the game, there was a weird glitch, I don't know what to call it, thing that happened. The people in my Discord server know this already, but basically, for some reason, Jack, the UI of this game, the UI, I don't know, there was a glitch in, I don't know, it was a glitch in the game or from my laptop, but for some reason, the UI didn't disappear, and so even after I closed the game, I could still see the transparent UI flickering on my laptop.
It was trying to isekai you into a fighting game.
Oh, and into a janky fighting game? It's like, no, why this one? Thankfully, when that happened, I was so scared that I might have burned the screen, and so I'm like, oh my god, it's the SVC UI is gonna be permanently on my laptop screen forever. Thankfully, no, it's gone away. But at that moment, oh man, it freaked me out because even after I did a hard reboot on my computer, it was still there.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah. It eventually just fizzled out, and now I'm kind of scared to actually boot up the game again.
Because one day it'll return.
And I kid you not, this has happened to none of my other games on Steam. This is the first and hopefully the last time that happened, and now I'm just scared to actually boot the damn thing up. Because what if that happens again and it's permanent? And it's someone looks at the computer on my screen on the left bottom corner is like, hey, why does that say maximum on your screen there? Why is there health bars on the top of your computer?
Like, oh, whenever someone notices that, that's when we both start fighting. Just put on go on Spotify, put on your favorite fight music, and just put your hands up.
It's like this is where we fight. It's like this is the part where we fight in the movie. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Oh, and also this is just more so of us setting the saying info in. This is for correcting information out there. If anyone tells you that the game was censored or modified in any way in any actual capacity, it has not. The game that's on Steam, which is an arcade port of SVC Chaos, is the same game as it was released over 20 years ago. The only thing that was minorly changed was nothing. It was not even in the game, but just a piece of marketing art in which the Mai Shiranui had to pretty much cover her tetas. And that's it. Just a piece of marketing art that's on the Steam page. The game itself, you can still see all of Mai Shiranui's assets in full pixelated glory. So I just want to set the record straight for those people who are unaware, because that was like a extremely minor controversy that popped up over the weekend when the game came out. So there you go. And to move on from that topic, Jack, tell me your first impressions, because I know you love talking about the MCU. You can't stop talking about the MCU, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. You love to ship Tony and Hulk and call them, I don't know what's their ship
Hulk.
name. Iron Hulk. I don't know.
No, Tulk.
But how did you feel that RDJ? How do you feel Iron Man's coming back as the Doctor Doom? Did that pitch a tent in your pants?
I mean, not really. I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't know why him, until I realized that there's again multiverse stuff where there was a case where a Tony Stark became a Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, I react the same way, and I was like, but more was like, huh, that's actually surprising, but also, wow, he really needed the money, huh? He stopped making Marvel movies for about 5 years, and already he needs that Marvel money back. Because he could have said no. That man's unhealthy, but I guess I don't, or maybe he really just wanted to play Doctor Doom. That could be, he could be sincere. But I'm just saying, if Harrison Ford can say yes to Marvel money, so can, heck, I would say yes to Marvel money if I was just an extra. I'm not gonna lie, I would say yes to it.
My question would be, will they have a whole thing against the Fantastic Four or not?
They would have to, because the Fantastic Four movie comes out next year. I mean,
then that makes more sense.
I mean, it'd be kind of weird to be like, it's like, hey, Doctor Doom's gonna be the villain, and we're not gonna have the Fantastic Four to fight him. It will be just like the Marvel vs. Capcom games.
It would just be like the freaking Venom movie where it's just Venom. Like, okay.
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah, a little bit. At least at the very least with Venom, I still argue they could get away with not having Spider-Man be a part of a story, only because there's more material of Venom being an anti-hero than a villain at this point in time. So it's like I think almost people don't even it's not I won't say people forgotten, but it's more like when people think of Venom, the first thing they don't think of is like, oh yeah, he's a villain. It's like no, they think of like, oh, he's like some sort of anti-hero type character. Johnny says, "Wake me up when Nick Cage confirmed this old man Johnny Blaze." That would be nice. I would love if Ghost Rider came back, or at the very least, instead of bringing the Chicano kid, what was his name, Robbie Reyes, and his Hellfire, and his I think he had a Hellfire lowrider, which I guess
I want my Ghost Rider back.
Which I guess it's cool, you know, if you're into lowriders, but. Firstly, I want the bike, so either Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch. I'm either fine with those.
Cold on fire.
Pit My Ride Hellfire Edition. when those hydraulics coming up, I'm just thinking that when the hydraulics go down, there's an aerial effect where all the fire just burns the demons around them. See, Ghetto says also it's like where they introduced the Mandarin long after Iron Man did. Oh, that's right. He introduced in the third one of Iron Man's like most like notorious arch nemesis, and he kinda was in the third movie, not really. Which I wonder. I hope they pull something like that because I will love. Let's say that Avengers Doomsday movie comes out, and it's all about look, oh no, this variant of Tony is Doctor Doom. And all of a sudden he dies and then made the real Victor Von Doom, please stand up. Please stand up. I was like, oh, okay, now there's our Doctor Doom. It's played by someone else. I would like that. And like if finally Doctor Doom fans can actually have like a good adaptation of the character that's outside of animation. Because apparently, you know what's so funny, Jack? He's such a classic supervillain. He's a guy's like he's the mad scientist, he's the evil wizard, he's the cruel dictator. He's all of those things and much more. Where he's like the ideal supervillain, yet Hollywood movies just never just do that. It's like he's a plain villain. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He does all these things. He's all these tropes. And Hollywood writers like, but no, we want to do something different. You know, Jack, we want to do something different. We don't want to just do what's on those books. We want to make it better, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna slap you.
That wasn't a slap. You bonked me.
It was a slap to me.
That's you know what it is? That's a Latina slap when she hits you with the skillet. So yeah, that news came over the past weekend, and I think like most of us here, we either don't really care or just slightly amused by the fact that it's a clear decision of Marvel trying to win back their graces and so go back to the glory days. Which, and you know what, it could happen. After 5 years of mediocre to terrible movies, they could come back. I mean, I'm not gonna like pretend and be like there wasn't a point in my life where I really liked those movies. I really did. That doesn't mean that because now they haven't been good recently. I never liked those movies to begin with. They're all trash. I'm way above. No, I'm not gonna pretend. I liked them at one point. Recently, just haven't been good. And if they start getting good again, I would not mind watching them. Much to the chagrin of those very, very, very loud YouTubers who want me to be angry at everything.
It's just like, for me, I just get tired of the same type of writing for every one of these recent Marvel movies.
Oh yeah,
like always leaning a little bit too much on the comedy stuff. And I'm like, okay,
like that happened.
It's kind of like
That's super.
It's kind of like how with SpongeBob, they try to make like the new SpongeBob is trying to make every single still they have into some type of meme. And it's just like it's not clicking because not just because you have a bunch of them doesn't mean that they're gonna be good.
Yeah, and plus the SpongeBob like things that have become memes, they were never intended to be memes to begin with. It was just the writers wanting to be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
And entertain the kids, man. You gotta think of the kids, man.
Is someone please think of the children?
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the kids are actually kind of starved for good entertainment. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's why.
true.
I mean, that's why the Paw Patrol movie made millions at the box office.
There is a Paw Patrol movie.
Several, and don't forget the Bluey movie. I think there is a Bluey movie that was like that might as well be the kids Pixar movie right there, Bluey. Well, actually, no. They just become hit or miss like any other studio nowadays. Oh, I see some.
Yeah, with Pixar, I have no qualms against Pixar. I do enjoy a good chunk of their movies, especially with Inside Out 2. We went, me and my girlfriend went to watch it, and I fairly enjoyed it. At first, I thought I was gonna run into the same issues uh how a lot of the Disney movies are right now, where it's just like a very blanketed, supposed to sound good type of message, but in hindsight, it's not. But I'm glad that Inside Out 2 never went that route, where it's just like they had an actual deeper message than just what's initially thought of.
Oh, that's good. That means that they're not trying to watch it. They're not trying to pull a Finding Dory and make it like a cheap cash-in sequel.
Yeah.
Like, see, what I'm also seeing stuff here. Don Kozan says, "I hope the new Doctor Doom gets some political side to him, but I probably won't watch the movie at this point anyway." Maybe it's far in the future, so Almarans could change, and there could be news of how they handle the character. Anything could happen, but
my name's Doctor Doom. I have the best.
If Doctor Doom becomes a Trump allegory, that would make me livid. If he becomes any allegory for any real life political figure, that's already, you missed the point. You missed the point. Johnny has several comments. He says, "Just dawned on me that they're paying RDJ millions for him to have his face hidden under an iron mask again. Best job in the world. God. No one cared about Dr. Doolittle until he put on the mask."
Dr. Doom was never Robert Downey Jr. It was always Joe Biden. No.
a senile Dr. Doom who still thinks Reed Richards is still alive.
Like has him tied up. They have him tied up. They take off his mask. Like he's like, "Oh, come on, man. The mask.
Come on, man." I'll kick. You see me in those Capcom games, I can kick your ass. Got do my Doom kicks. Now, what are they called again? Help me out. What are those kicks called? What are those kicks called again? Not Doom kicks.
The only thing I could think of is Dynamite Kicks, but that's Hercule.
No. Oh, it has a specific name.
Dynamite Kick.
It's yeah. Now I'm imagining Dr. Doom saying Dynamite. Foot dive. Thank you, Ghetto. It's foot dive. Just Joe Biden. Just imagine Joe Biden doing foot dives.
Dynamite Kick.
Dynamite Kick. Here's your present. Goodbye. Poosh. You have an explosion sound effect?
I don't.
How do you know how? Okay. Yep. Work on that. Work on it.
Oh wait, I have this one at least. It's
Nah. No, I need.
Fine.
That sounds like I'm shooting a gun.
It is a gun.
Oh wow, he's miraculously missed all those shots. He grazed my ear though. Oops.
Oh, oops.
Johnny says some legend paid Jim Lee at least $20,000 for a Bluey commission. That is amazing, and I'm sure that's a fantastic drawing. But I like to imagine Jim Lee drawing Bluey as if he was a '90s Marvel character. So let's imagine this big buff blue dog with straps and swords, and a tiny waist with big old arms. Could turn this Australian puppy dog into like those muscular Rottweilers or something. It says that she finally watched the Element one. Never heard of it, or at least it's not ringing a bell. But I'm glad you had fun with it. It was like
Elemental. I think that's what's called it.
Oh, Elemental. Oh, that. I thought.
Oh my god! I have to best way to describe it. Yeah, you know the one with the fire in the wall.
Yeah, but I remember talking about Pixar, so that I immediately knew what she was talking. I now know what you're talking about, Miss Aaron. Should I? I should give that a watch. The trailers didn't impress me, but you know what? As they say, never judge a book by its cover. So maybe I'll give it a shot. You're like an overstimulated kid the whole. You're like an overstimulated kid the whole time. Oh no, I would hate to see an overstimulated Miss Saren. She needs her stem. She needs her stem packs. She needs her death sticks.
It's kind of like like how those like really small chihuahuas, they just constantly shake.
Oh, that's how you imagine Miss Saren. She's shaking. She's like, I love this world building. Give me more. Put it in my veins.
Put the lore in my veins right now. Just someone gets a book, purees it into like an IV solution, and just like directly into the vein.
No. Is what she does is she takes her favorite book. She rips up several pages, tears them up, and then gets one of those things you mash to make spices with those herbs.
Oh, mortar and pestle.
Yes, she does it to the pages until they're to a fine dust. Spreads them out. Takes a razor and starts snorting the pages. And she's like,
"Oh yeah, that's a good lore.
Oh yeah, that's a good intro. Give me that exposition." That's how she reads books.
No, this is. It's like, imagine there's drug dealers for that. It's just this is concentrated fight scenes from this one book.
Yo.
Yeah, it goes hard.
Yo, I heard you like fantasy. I got some stuff here. Got your classics. I got your Tolkien. Got your Lewis. And also got some of that modern stuff everyone likes. But you know what? Also, I can take it in the back. We can show you the real fantasy stuff. When little princess, having love affairs with the evil general in the dark castle. With those type of scenes, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. Pays a little extra though.
You got isekais.
It's like, that's the isekais are the Eastern heroine. You got that's the book heroine. All the Japanese light novels. You got to guilt them through the Silk Road. Oh man, see, kids, reading is important.
If you don't read, you become like.
I read on occasion. At least read more books than Dr. Crow. I can say that.
I can definitely say that about my high school days, but not so much my adult days.
Well, that's because you're on that grind, man. You're on that grind. You can't just sit down and read a book. You gotta listen to audiobooks, podcasts, random music, not albums. You're too busy for albums, but you'll listen to 30 random tracks from a playlist that someone else made. That's how you live life.
It just sounds like my Spotify.
Exactly.
Have you seen the weird ass names? Okay, you know how Spotify can, based on your what you listen, Spotify will give you your own mix of playlists. Like
Yeah.
some of them is like
Yeah.
a daily playlist for 1, mix 2, mix 3, etc.
Yes, I am familiar.
They also have the weirdest ass ones that I've seen. Like right now, I can go to search up playlist, and the ones that are by Spotify, it there was one that I saw. It said Goblin Core remix.
God, the damn Goblin Core kids! I tell you, always hiding in the caves, stabbing you in the ankles.
Like there's driving mix. There's like mixes when you're sad, and then there is, or was it sad shower mix? I guess when you're in the shower and you want to be sad.
Where's
A Delulu mix when you're
where's
feeling delusional.
where's my mild erotica mix? Not too
Oh,
heavy.
that's the intimate mix. Oh wait, no, that's the Riz mix.
Ew.
They actually have one called Riz mix.
Yeah, Doug is on saying anything can put in front of a core, and it's a music genre nowadays. Exactly. There's metalcore, rapcore, dunkelzon core. You don't want to listen to dunkelzon core. That stuff can mess you up. Someone sent her that Delulu mix.
Yeah, you just type it on Spotify, the Lulu mix, and it'll pop up and it'll say made by Spot, like it's actually Spotify.
Damn, this is what the Swedish people at Spotify listen to. Damn, but I don't mess with that stuff. Yeah, I prefer post-tropical sadcore.
Just add enough adjectives and descriptors, and eventually it'll just be a mix.
Where's my where's my Monday night mixer podcast core?
It's right here.
Yeah, no,
there you go.
We're listening to it right now. We're listening to it right now. Yep, that's our genre. We're patenting it. This is the Monday night mixer stream live show podcast core. It's a new genre I invented. Dunkelzon says there may not be a Dunkelzon core yet, but Dragon Core is similar to Goblin Core and Crow Core. Is Dragon Core just listening to a bunch of power metal? Is that what that is? I can believe it.
Most likely.
Daddy says harder. He wants you to hit me harder for that comment.
Oh no.
I can't take it anymore, mister. He hits me one more time, I'm gonna lose more brain cells. He gonna put me back in the pit.
There you go.
Oh man. Can I get a Metallica yeah in the chat, please? I hear a yeah. I can't do a James yeah. But the audience can. Give me a yeah, a Metallica yeah in the chat. and then no, it's like a, at least I can find. You know what? Hold on. There might be something that I could show as an example what the heck I'm talking about. What I'm talking about? What you talking about, Jack? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Oh, there's a Gyat mix. Yep, it's all horny stuff.
I think I found what I'm looking for. Hold on.
Ah, yes, he finally found the Gyat mix.
Oh wait, hold on. I need to go to Pacific album. Here's the Pacific album. At least I think it might be this. Oh no, wait. It's not worth it. It's yeah. It says I don't want Lars Ulrich to try to steal the money I don't have.
Since when did Spotify do audiobooks? I didn't know that.
Like last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Douglas says a thing that reflects what you listen though, Jack. Guys, says how many goon lists? I don't use Spotify.
How much do I goon?
Then now thinking of using the James Bond title.
I'm here to goon.
007. 007. Live longer, goon. No, that's not. Wait, that's not. What's a no? Goon member. Goon pussy.
Wait. Caramel Danson's in the Gyat mix.
The living goon lights. Goon and I.
Goon and I.
Goon and I. Goon another day.
The last goon.
A goon to kill. From Russia with goon. All right,
yeah, you know what? Let's just do that whole thing. Replace a word from a game title with just goon.
Last James Bond one. Last one. Here we go. Dr. Goon.
Dr. Goon.
We gotta make that Dr. Crow's new name. We gotta just gaslight to think his name is Dr. Goon.
Luke Goon Walker.
Ghetto says music to hench to. Oh yeah. You about to get out there and knock there for the boss, eh?
Devil May Goon.
Devil May Goon. That's downtown on a Friday night. Metal Gear Rising Goon Vengeance. Oh, wait.
Goon Fighter 6. Goon Fighter 6.
Oh, so it's just Dead or Alive.
Yeah, you're right. Dead or Goon.
Call of Duty Modern Goon Fair 3. And okay, last one. Then we move on from this joke.
Call of Duty Goon Ops.
Last one for me. I'm trying to think of. No.
No, it would actually be Call of Booty. Goon Ops.
Get out the Gooner 7.
Gooning 6.
I got it. Goon versus Goon 3, Fate of Two Goons.
Oh. Fate of Two Gooners.
All right, that's enough. That's enough of that nonsense.
Man's got that aura. That's skibbity toilet Riz.
Ew. Something else that is coming through the brain waves into my central nervous system and onto my cortex. That doesn't make any sense, but you get the idea. I'm thinking here.
Okay.
And that's right. It means nothing to both of us now, but another Titan has fallen today, as today marks the end of the Xbox 360 store place.
So, I forgot that the servers were shutting down.
They shut down today. In fact, they're already closed. So that's right. So
rest in peace.
Yep. It lived a long good life since 2005. Damn. either 5 or 6. Either way, it almost made it to 20. Right now, the only online service that's still alive from that generation is surprisingly the PS3, which tells me there are still people who use the PS3. Surprisingly. But I'm sure that one is also on its way out. The Wii service is gone. The Wii U service is gone. So is the 3DS, and now we say goodbye to Xbox 360. PS3 is all that is left in terms of online connectivity. So now, really, it's just sitting here and wait until that comes. Because I will be shocked if you can still access the PS3 store when the PS6 is inevitably released. Johnny says PS2 is still the king of house parties around these lands. Wait, did it overthrow the Dreamcast? Or was the Dreamcast never popular in Brazil? No, I'm thinking of the Which Sega console was popular in Brazil? Was it the Dreamcast or the Genesis? Or maybe it was a Saturn. Let me know, Johnny. Or maybe I'm just talking out of my butt. Ghetto says it's the only way to play God Hand without shelling out $200 or emulating it. I never played God Hand, so I'm sure it's a great game, but it never came to me. I want to play Onimusha though. You know what, Jack? Jack, can you give me $40 so I can play Onimusha on my Switch?
Yes, but on your birthday.
Damn, I can't wait that long. I want to play Onimusha now, live on air, and no one else gets to watch it, but they can hear it.
They can hear, but they cannot watch.
Sounds dirty. He's like, you can hear it, but you can't watch it.
Oh no.
Oh man. Oh no, I got oh man, all that goon talk has put me in a gooner mood.
Oh no.
I kid. It's in my pants. Johnny says Johnny says actually it was the Master System. So I think it's the Mega Drive's name here, but I'm not sure. No, the Mega Drive is what we call the Genesis. The Master System, that's like the precursor to the Genesis, which is the Master System was also called Master System in North America. So it's the same thing. Okay, gotcha. That reminds you, Jack and Marty started on my next art little side project. I'm trying to draw the ladies in Shenmue. And the first thing that made it hard was I realized it's like I never draw an Asian person before. So it's kind of that weird thing where like, wait, how do I draw the eyes to make them look Japanese? And it's actually very delicate. Like it's very tricky how to do the eyes. I see why the anime characters have big eyes, because trying to draw realistic Asian eyes is very subtle. But nah, that's more of a joke. But no, I'm trying to go. I'm just drawing. I'm trying to see if I can draw like what I see as like the 4 ladies of Shenmue. That being Nozomi, Joy, I think her name is Xiaoling, and Shenhua. At least I'll draw those 4 and see how far I get along with it. So far, I'm on like my 3rd attempt at drawing Nozomi, and it's a learning process. It's very much a learning process, and I can't wait to when I finally nail it to share it with you guys on X. But in the meantime, it'll be not a lot of art posting for me for a while because it's hard. Drawing's hard, Jack. It's very hard.
Yes. You know, yes. Yes.
The Sarah says cat out to some rando trader trying to cancel HAC for his racist drawings. How dare I draw an Asian person?
Don't worry, I'll be the rando person.
On Jack's alt account.
On my hundreds of alt accounts.
Dirty Catsy for drawing a fictional Asian person. But it's fun, and now that I'm not trying to do full bodies because I realized my sketchbook is not quite big enough to do proper full body sketches, I can just focus on doing the faces and shoulders and that part of the body. Also, I'm gonna have to learn how to draw a sweater. It's how do I draw sweaters with soft textures? Don't answer that question. It's rhetorical. Unless Johnny or Sarah got any advice, do you guys know how to draw sweaters? Is there a trick?
You just
Do I gotta
make sure it's not skin type. Gotta make it poofy. Very poofy.
Get on Jack's secret goon account.
On my secret gooning account.
That's where he follows a whole bunch of only.
No, that's my Kuma account. Has a picture of Akuma on the face.
Wait, Kuma or Akuma?
No, Akuma.
Okay.
He's going to cool.
Okay, I thought you had the bear for a second. The bear would be funny. Johnny says y'all's autistic I read that.
Y'all's autistic journey.
Y'all's artistic journeys bring me genuine joy. Keep at it. I'm so sorry, John. That was a genuine comment, and I had to ruin it by saying autistic. I'm sorry.
Even whenever the man wants to be nice, we can't make him nice.
Sarah says you read it correctly.
We no, you made it better.
oh man. Oh man. Speaking John, so John says I am the monster you made me. We made you take off the mask. Now you can be who you truly were. A Brazilian a Brazilian troll who just happens to know how to draw really good. Say Jack, did you see the newest Alex and Millie comic that I posted on X?
I did.
Yes.
I thought I liked it, didn't I? No, I don't think I did.
You didn't like it?
Oh, you know what I mean. You know what?
Oh, it was worth it. Yeah, but let's see for that comic, just I guess a little inside baseball. That's the first time I let someone else write it, mostly due to the fact that I'm just busy. So and so I thought I was like, you know what, let me have someone else try to tackle these very simple characters. And I was still part of the process in terms of like basically being an editor. I mean, like, no, she wouldn't say this, or no, she wouldn't do this, which I really didn't in too much editing, to be quite honest. And for the writer, goes by Cat. She I do like the fact she made Billy want to accidentally make a bomb, which I feel like with how kind of crazy she's portrayed in your streams, Jack, I think it kind of fits. So
it fits perfectly.
So I'm glad it got some nice attention, and I do enjoy the artists I hired to do it. So look forward to more comic strips with the same creative team as the months go by. Hope to put more of it as often as I can, because I like making stuff like that. Ghetto says you're allowing guest writers now. But I'm gonna go for Alan Moore, given socially conscious mental issues.
Yes, we can't have an OC without some type of mental issue.
Ghetto, are you sick?
If it doesn't have one, that means it's not there yet.
Ghetto, are you secretly calling me Rob Liefeld or Todd McFarlane? I don't know which one. I'm fine with either. You know what? Call me Rob Liefeld because our artistic skills are about equal. I can't draw feet either. I can fake it. I can fake drawing feet, but don't ask me to draw them toes. You want to ever try to draw toes?
That was me. That's why I put boots on my first drawing.
Yep. There's something wrong with it. They gotta put them leather boots. Johnny, then he could get an animated movie. Not even that. I can get mad if they make one piece of merch out of my creation. What is it, Jack? You want to make an Alex and Millie merch for our audience at a reasonable price? You cross the line. Our professional relationship is over. Never talk to me or my menage a trois again.
And then just like, but we're still good for lunch tomorrow, right? Like, oh yeah. I said professional, not not our social.
That reminds me of that Christian Bale rant when he wasn't making that Terminator movie. He goes, "You were the fucking lights." He's like, you know what? You're a good guy. You're a good guy, but you and me are done professionally, man. He literally said that. You can look it up. That's a rant he did when he was making that Terminator movie that got leaked. It says drawing leather boots is fun, to be fair. But is it as fun, though, Miss Erin, as drawing thigh-high boots? Think about it.
The marketable plushie. We can make marketable plushies of them.
Well, in fairness, they're designed to be marketable plushies. In fact, if we get to a point where we can make marketable plushies out of them, then I will do. I will press that button. I'll do it. I will exploit the heck out of our characters if I could.
Oh no.
Yes, good thing they're not real. Yeah, and I'm gonna introduce a whole important character then sue you for the rights. Wait a minute, that's not Alan Moore. You want to be Neil Gaiman. You wanna add an Angela to the Alex and Millie. You're gonna add like a third character, third sister no one talks about. Here's Alex, Millie, and Christine. And she's only there for a few comics and then she never appears again. And we completely ignore the fact there's ever a third sister. It says they could be both. Oh, I see. But yeah, I'm glad people have enjoyed the comic and hope to make more. That's as simple as that. Miss Aaron says thigh high suede boots are my favorite pair of shoes I've ever drawn. Actually, it's a look. And then Skittle says, I'm gonna sell her to Top Cow Studios.
Oh no.
Oh, you just want to do you just want to do that because you want to see her draw by Mark Silvestri. Is that it? Is this all a big plan so that when you sue me and you win the court, you then use the money you won from the court to hire Mark Silvestri to draw you your comic book character? I see how it is, Ghetto. I see how it is. I see your evil ways. He just admits it, yeah. Says, well, you know what? That's a good strategy. If I also got millions of dollars, I would commission Jim Lee to draw. Yeah, who would I commission Jim Lee to draw? I need to get something challenging for him. Because if I just say like, can you draw Goku or can you draw Naruto? That's not challenging. He would just look like Naruto in a Jim Lee style. No, I need something challenging.
Can you draw biblically accurate angels?
No, better. I spent all this money and I'm gonna act like like the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages. I'm gonna like a patron. He's like, I wish for you to illustrate the divineness of our Lord Christ in all his glory within the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve. That will be his challenge. You gotta act like a Renaissance painter.
Nah, I need biblically accurate Millie. Biblically accurate Millie.
Can we do I'd rather see a biblically accurate Alex. and all it is, and know what that is? Biblically accurate, Alex. All that is just mm, all that is that she looks puffier. She looks puffier and bigger because um I think I had something. I had something about bras, but I couldn't make the connection. Never mind. Abort the joke. Give me the mallet.
Okay.
Thank you. Got something there, but I couldn't figure it out. Johnny says, "So Satan? No, not gonna draw. I'm not talking about the serpent in the garden. Just put Jesus in the garden.
No. He's talking about Millie.
Oh. Uh, she's not. No, she's not Satan. She said Tina.
She's Satina.
Satina. There's a difference. Satina, daughter of Satan. Just like Hellstrom. No, she could be that in the streams, but she's just a regular, normal, a young adult woman in the comics. So you can do that with your lore if you want to make her the devil.
She ain't a devil, but she's worse. I don't know either.
I know what it is. It's worse than the devil.
What?
The she devil.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have nothing. I was trying to think of something to one up it, but I can't.
No, not the she devil. Always watch out for them she devils, for they appear as divine angels in white. Looking at you, Miss Saren. I know what you did. I know what you did back in Oklahoma City.
Oh.
She knows what she did. I can never. You know what's funny, Jack? Sorry, says first of all, you can't prove shit.
First of all, oh.
I can never say Oklahoma City normally. Not after King of the Hill. I can only hear it as Oklahoma City. City. And I love the fact that episode Snoop Dogg is like he voices a white pimp.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like a season 5 or 4 episode where, to cut it short, basically a prostitute arrives at Arlen. Peggy ends up befriending her and trying to help her get on her feet, and by extension so does Hank. But what Hank Hill unknowingly does as he's kind of taking her around town is he ends up accidentally being her pimp. And so what he ends up doing by the end, he has to confront the prostitute's actual pimp from Oklahoma City. And so so Hank has to put on an act in which he has to act like a pimp in order to scare off the actual pimp.
I swear, the man just gets into the weirdest stuff, and somehow he gets away with it.
And I still remember the lie that Hank Hill says to the pimp, in which he says, "I am the Mac Daddy of Arlen County. I keep it straight, yo." Oh man. And it's even a funnier moment. After the Hank kind of scares off the pimp, he notices Peggy. Now, context, Peggy's all dolled up because the prostitute is she's giving her like all these more like trendier clothes, doing makeup and hair. The pimp sees Peggy and he asks, how much for that thing there in the car? And Hank goes, "That's my wife." Which the pimp responds, "You marrying a hoe? Gee, that's the worst mistake a pimp could make."
Damn. He right though.
Oh man, but I do love the implication the prostitute made Peggy dress like a prostitute. Oh, that's a fun episode. That was so fun. Johnny says that Pit ain't slick back. He's the downgrade. That no, Johnny Pippin ain't easy. And you know, as funny as Cat William is, I can never see him the same way. See him the same way when he got beat up by like a 14-year-old kid like a few years ago at like some apartment complex. This grown man in his like late 30s, early 40s got to a confrontation and got beat up by a teenager. And he's like this actual like famous comedian. After like and his whole thing that he used to be like a real pimp before he got into comedy. And so, you know, he has a funny voice, but he has this kind of like, you know, he's very street, very ghetto. And all of that facade to kind of just go away because a 14-year-old beat him up while a bunch of kids were filming him on World Star. Oh man, what a time! Yeah, how long ago was that? Oh, I gotta see Cat Williams. Beat up by a kid. When was this? 2016. That was about 8 years ago. Damn. Oh, and it was 50. It was a 15-year-old, but still, it's funny. It wasn't fun.
It's like slowly getting older and older in the voice.
Yeah. He goes, these teenagers ain't nothing to mess with. They ain't nothing to mess with. I don't know. I think I'm doing his voice. He has a very unique nasally voice. Johnny says, how's that for an unnatural allegiance to losers? What? I feel like that's a reference to something, but I don't know what it is. Oh man, what time is it? Oh, okay, it's
8:20.
Wrong. It's 8:21. You're a minute behind. Therefore, I am further ahead in time.
Why didn't you warn us about?
I am always ahead of you. But unfortunately, our European and Australian friends are more ahead of us, so they don't mean a damn thing. But no, actually, I think it's about time to start closing things off, going into our announcements. And so, Jack, if anything you would like to announce for this week.
So, let's see. For this week, tomorrow, if all things go well when it comes to my timing, I should be able to do the se me olvidó la palabra. The play session. The play session for tomorrow. I should be able to start it at 1 on the usual times. If not, I could be a little bit late, depending on how quickly my doctor kind of helps me out. Because, you know, it's always weird. You go to a doctor for an appointment just to, like, literally catch up with them. Be like, okay, this is what the other doctor said. But there could be no one inside that clinic. And somehow you're still waiting for like 30 to 40 minutes.
Sounds like you're doing a Seinfeld bit. It's like, what's the deal? What's the deal? You go into the doctor's appointment. There's no one around. Why are you waiting? Doctor shouldn't be. You should be waiting for the doctor. Doctor should be waiting for you. Something like that. I don't know. Still, like, you make a good point.
But so yeah, everything should sound. God, Johnny. But everything should go as planned. I do on my Discord. I have a section of the Discord dedicated to anyone that would like to ask or add to the karaoke list. As y'all know, I hit 200 followers on Twitch, and I need to. I made up a karaoke channel on the Discord. That way people can do any suggestions. So far, some pretty good suggestions. I got Barbie Girl by Aqua. Big Iron.
Classic. Another classic.
California Girls. That one will be very tough. I tried, and my God, if there's a way to transpose that lower, maybe.
Nah, you gotta get your Perry out, get your Katie out, bring out the white girl in you.
I will not be doing booty shorts. That is like that one is I don't know. It's just
Or you're
like I feel like if I sing it, it'll be like so deadpan, going booty, 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 booty shorts.
well, you're in control. You don't have to do every song they give. Trust me, I am so tempted to like send some songs, but I'm like, you know what? It has to be fun for everyone, not just for my own amusement. So that's why I haven't recommended anything yet.
Tiny Tim's Living in the Sunlight. That one is maybe if I can find something. There are some in here that I just cannot find a karaoke version of. The penis song. What the hell is that, Johnny? What the hell did you?
It's his theme. It's his theme song.
The penis song. What she got? The penis song. Okay.
That's what he plays when he's about to do a cock play session.
But yes, I will also, in case of people, since not everyone will look through my Discord, I will put like a thread where people can go ahead and make suggestions on Twitter. I'll do that. It just occurred to me about that, so I'll do that as soon as possible. No announcements when it will be. I need to look at my schedule, because it seems like anytime I try to plan something pops up suddenly nowadays. But yes, it will be coming soon.
Alrighty then. As for me, so I got actually some good news. So first up, I'm already in the middle of recording the Saint Seiya video, so that is already underway, and as well the recording process for my next Ultimate Spider-Man review that has been completed. So now that video will be going onto the editing portion. So do expect. So I want to try to finish it before July ends, but at the very least, do expect to see the Ultimate Spider-Man video release very soon. And do note to the fact that my long-awaited Saint Seiya video, it is already already in the recording process as we speak. And I just started right in the middle of it. And lastly, I am happy to announce I am also in the works of doing a slight variation of what used to be what my comic book club streams. I say variation only because it's different, but not it's similar but not quite the same. So I haven't thought of a title yet, but basically what I would like to do, and this will be proper videos and not streams, where with me and 3 other guests, we will come together to share one comic that we read for that particular month, and just share around like a round table the comic that we read. And honestly, this is just an excuse to kind of really just talk about the things that we're reading, and as well, because these are just single issue comics, they're not like graphic novels or volumes of books, just one comic that we want to share. And this will a good way for us to highlight either mainstream books, obscure books, or even stuff that are even even more obscure than obscure. Just to give them a time in the sun, and for all of y'all to check out, and hopefully just promote more comic reading to promote more reading comics amongst you guys. And plus, It gives me incentive to read more comics with it within the month, and I would like that to be that a monthly video series from here on out. So be on the lookout for that coming late August. That's the plan thus far. So, and with that, I am. And also appreciate Douglas for you to stick around to the end. It is much appreciated. And with that, thank you everyone for watching episode 188 of the HAC Show. I will continue to re-upload the previous episodes with the free as much as I can so we're caught up. And until then, for those watching either live or in a replay, thank you very much for watching. And this is HAC and JAC. Sign off.